Hello, I'm Alex Amies. I'm going to demonstrate the Mahāvyutpatti Sanskrit-Tibetan-Chinese Dictionary, Chrome extension. What is the Mahāvyutpatti Chrome extension? Mahāvyutpatti is a historic dictionary compiled in the Song dynasty for the translation of Buddhist texts from Sanskrit to Tibetan. So it's a Sanskrit to Tibetan and Chinese dictionary. The extension can also do a reverse lookup from Chinese and Tibetan as well. It can be installed as a Chrome extension, which helps you stay within the flow of a document, avoiding the need to skip out to other tabs to do dictionary lookups on websites. We'll try it out, and a good site to try it out, and which is one I'll demonstrate on, is the University of Oslo's multilingual corpus, Thesaurus Literaturae, Latin name, and the example text I'll use is the Aṣṭasāhasrikā Prajñāpāramitā, or the perfection of wisdom in 8,000 lines. The Chrome extension may also be useful for sites like 84,000.co, which is translating the words of the Buddha, mostly from the Tibetan canon, and the Buddhist Digital Resource Center, which is a great resource for Tibetan manuscripts. How to install and use the extension. In Chrome, go to Extensions, Manage Extensions, open the Chrome Web Store, search for Mahāvyutpatti and install it. I don't have a link just yet because I haven't published it, but I will note it later on. The extension package includes the dictionary. It takes a few seconds to load and initialize the indexes. You can use it by selecting text on a web page, right-clicking to bring up the context menu, and selecting Lookup with Mahāvyutpatti. Here it is. Here's what it looks like. We selected the text here, Shanyat, the Chinese text, and we'll see this menu item icon. A menu item has been added here, Lookup with Mahāvyutpatti, and we'll click that, and we should see something like this dialog that appears here, showing results for Shanyat. And then here is down below the Sanskrit equivalent, Tibetan equivalent, and the Tibetan script. The Tibetan equivalent is given in Wiley Tibetan. And you can also look up the Tibetan terms. Here is an example, and on the left-hand side, the blue highlight, and there is shown the matching Chinese terms, Shuputi and Shanyat, with the notes include the Sanskrit equivalent, Tibetan and Tibetan script. Awesome. So we'll come back to the tips in a minute after we've had a look at it. So here is how to install it. Go to Extensions, this jigsaw icon, Manage Extensions, and then down on this menu here, there's the Open the Chrome Store. Open the Chrome Store and search for it. It's not there yet, but it will be. I'll be submitting it after I've recorded this video. And when it's installed, it'll look something like this here. We see this is the first version of it. Now let's try it. And I'm going to try it on the University of Oslo site for the Aṣṭasāhasrikā Prajñāpāramitā, or the Aṣṭa for short, which is the perfection of wisdom in 8,000 lines. And this website from University of Oslo gives parallel text in multiple languages. Let's have a look. Here it is. It has startup here is the title, and the preface here for the Chinese versions. If we scroll down a little bit here, we will see what they are. So here is a Sanskrit version, and it's published in 1960. Here's the Tibetan. Here is a historic text, and I believe Gandhari, and I'm not sure what that one is. In the Chinese canon, there's several versions of the Aṣṭa. Actually, one by Lokashima, which is T224, one by Zhiqian, which is T225, and the more popular one by Kumra, translated to the Chinese by Kumra Jiva, is 227. So let's see, let's select something, and I think it's quite interesting. I learned something here. And on the right hand side, I've forgotten to mention is Conzi's translation, which is actually a translation from Mitra, which I don't believe is listed here. But it's similar, you can match it up. Let's have a look at some of these terms. And here, the Lord said, the Lord, here, this is Conzi's translation, it's kind of old school. The Lord here is the Buddha. The Lord said to Venerable Subhuti. And let's look up here, Subhuti, for Gal Subhuti, and we can look up Subhuti, and there we go. Now, the first time you try it might take a few seconds, so just please be patient. Subhuti, we can see it's there. An interesting thing is in Zhiqian's translation, Subhuti, his name, in Zhiqian's translation to Chinese is Shanye, which means good karma, good actions. And let's see, and I didn't know that before. There we go, the Mahāvyutpatti has that very fact. And also notice here that the Tibetan Wylie is this Rabyo, I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. We can see that over here in the Tibetan script too. And let's see what happens when we select on that. Right click, look up in Mahāvyutpatti, and there we go. And here we have it. We found it based on the Tibetan. The extension does a little translation from the, or not translation, but a little bit of a transformation here. The Unicode apostrophe is turned into a regular apostrophe, and it lowercases stuff. But notice one difficulty here is Subhuti in the Sanskrit. The entries in the Mahāvyutpatti have many of the Sanskrit terms have this nominal, they're normalized basically, and they have this H ending, and it's so it actually makes it a little bit difficult because I didn't want to change that in the indexing, and you'll see here that if you look in the Sanskrit version that there's no H on the end. In fact, there's another nominal form here. There's many different cases in Sanskrit, and the nominal form in the Sanskrit text is with an M. But unfortunately, so this makes it a bit tricky to look up in Sanskrit, but it's relatively easy to look up in Tibetan and Chinese. Let's look up some other tips here. It's new. There may be some bugs. Let me know if you hit any. You may need to reinitialize from time to time. If it doesn't come up the first time, just try clicking the menu again. If that doesn't come up, try reloading the page. And I'm terribly sorry if it doesn't come up every time, but it should come up most of the time. And the issue is that Chrome can put it to sleep if it's not active. Yeah, I mentioned about that, the H endings. It's an open source site, and the dictionary is historic, so it's out of copyright. Feel free to clone the source and improve upon it, or put it on your own. Do it. You can do what you want with that. That's fine. So developers can feel free to clone the website. There's more information about it too, about this here at that page on the website, and including a link. I'll put links there where you can download the plugin and where you can look at this video. Anyway, so I hope it works for you, and thanks for giving it a try.